Started out in the 80s, been doing this for a long time. His guitar playing skills and impressions keep him busy. He's opened for the likes of Drew Carey, Steve Harvey, that's some pretty big names, Rodney Carrington, many more. Please welcome to the stage, Tommy Nolen.
Give it up for Billy Depot. How you doing?
Good.
Where you from?
Here from Thorogood.
Job.
Like Charlie.
Like I said, I am a guitar actor, so I'd like to start right off with a little song and dance for y'all. One of my favorite songs. I think you guys will be sure to sing along to any of these if you guys like. Here's one I'm sure you know. This is a big hit for some people. I think anybody could. I think anybody could probably have a hit with this song here. It goes something like this. Then you rock me, rock on, rock and roll like a wagon wheel. Who'd ever come up with that? You know, rock like only Bob Dylan. That's who would come up with that. Bob Dylan wrote that song. Originally wrote it, but he never did finish it because he was in the band, the band, and you know they were doing a lot of things they probably shouldn't have been doing, you know, and he never did get it finished. Prohibition, so finished it for him. No, they did a pretty good job. Imagine Bob Dylan doing that song. Rock me, mother, that way on me. Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, anyway you feel. Hey, let her cry. Anybody can have a hit with this song? We're going to have a hit with it tonight when I release this. If Roy Orbison was alive today, folks, he'd be doing this song. He'd have a hit with this song. He'd be like... How you doing, Chief? Chief Snow, big fan right here. You took the whole Cherokee Nation, put us on this reservation. Actually, my name is Tommy Nolen. I'm originally from North Carolina, born and raised in Camp Lejeune. Any devil dogs out there? My dad's a retired major from the Marine Corps. He was in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. White warrior, good man. Then when he retired, we moved to Oklahoma. Down around, married me an Indian girl down there around Watts. Then we moved to Oklahoma City for a while, moved around quite a bit when I was a kid, and I got into some comedy clubs down there around Oklahoma City. Working there. The first time I ever showed up at a comedy club on the stage was a fellow by the name of Kevin Nolen. This is back when they were nobodies. I got to tour around back in the late 80s and through the early 90s, met some other people like Carrot Top and Rodney Carrington, and a bunch of others. They were nobodies at the time, and now they don't know who the hell I am. You drive around and do some songs like this. You hit songs that had like, you can't hide your flabby thighs. We built this titty on silicone. Tit joke. At this club the other night, this lady had a really big boob. I read the other day that a lot of women, they have different sized boobs. One really big, one pretty small, like guys who care. Pretty cool. There's one guy who came in first and third in the wet t-shirt contest. It don't matter when you're motorboating, those other guys. The pond. She's my best friend's girl. She's my best friend's girl. She's my best friend's girl. She used to be a guy. Blinded by the light. Woke up, she was douching in the middle of the night. I think that's the good words of that one. Leprosy. I'm not half the man I used to be. I've got pieces falling off of me. Oh, leprosy. Suddenly. Syphilis. It all started with a simple kiss. Now it burns every time I kiss. Here's a new one I've been playing around with. I was tired of my old lady. Been together too long. Like a worn out recording of a favorite song. While she lay there sleeping, surf pouring in bed. At this one cheater's website, there was a pop-up that said, we like pina colada. Don't get caught getting strange. We meet at the casino. Bring some whips and some change. Meet you there at midnight if you want to escape. When I clicked on the photo, was my wife in a cape. Need a little modern twist to that one. Yeah, I was saying I got to tour around with, actually one of the first artists big stars I ever got to work with one time was a gal named Janet J. You guys ever heard of her?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. See, I told you guys. I was telling them how she used to play a blue fiddle on hee haw all the time. For those of you that don't know, she was married to Buck Owens for a little short while. Till he sobered up the next day. She's a big star around here, big star. Also a big star around here, a fellow named Steve Gaines. Y'all ever heard of him? You guys ever heard of him? He's playing a shitty little rock band called Leonard Skinner. I had a sister named Cassie Gaines that was from right here in Miami. I went down in the plane crash with him, so I'd like to dedicate this to Steve Gaines. like television theme song writers. Something like this. Green Acres is a place to be. Farming is a life for me. Land spreading out so far and wide. Keep Manhattan, just give me that countryside. Another big shot I got to work with before is old Rodney Carrington. You guys, any Rodney Carrington fans here tonight?
Yeah.
Two people? I thought he did bigger than that. I was probably one of the first people ever to hear Dear Penis. Had a little, played that for me when he sitting in the motel room one night, played that for me, and I thought, this is crazy, that song will never work. But I introduced him when I was out running around. I was actually headlining a little club over in Lubbock, Texas, and he showed up over there. He was passing through. This was before he was a big shot, and we went running around one night and went to a little local bar over there, the Holiday Inn, actually downtown Lubbock, Texas. They were doing a karaoke night, so we went out to karaoke. Some other cowboys that he knew from around there. He's from Texas originally. Turned out George Thorogood was in town. He was doing a big show at the local civic center or whatever the heck it was. They were putting him up at the Holiday Inn there, you know. And he was like, had his bus, his big tour bus, and there was nobody there except for like me and Rodney and a few other cowboys hanging out, you know. And there was like nobody there. And we did a little karaoke, and I got kind of kicked off the stage for kind of changing the words to a few of the songs and stuff. At the time that Sam Kinison had a big hit. Any Sam Kinison fans here? He had a big hit with a song like this. It went like, wild thing, you make my heart sing, you make my dick sting. Change that. Wild thing, wild thing, I think I love you. I wanna know for sure. Every time I kiss you, I taste what other men had for lunch. Slap a tramp and a whore. God help me, I love that. Anyway, Sam Kinison had a big hit with that at the time, and I got kicked out for doing that. But I got to introduce Rodney to George Thorogood, because George Thorogood came in the bar that night. He wasn't doing karaoke or anything. They had his bus ready to go. Apparently he was there. He told some girls that you know, I guess he was staying there at his show, and I thought, well, why would you come here to pick up girls? You know, he was asking about some of the girls that was with us, and so I actually got to be George Thorogood's pimp for a little while that night. and you know what? I still couldn't get one girl to go with him. I think they were scared of him. Rodney was actually kind of scared of him too. That's hard to believe, because Rodney, he never shut up. His guy went. He was always on. You know, cool guy, great guy, loved him. And but I got to introduce him. He's like, I don't want to talk to George Thorogood. What would I say to George Thorogood? You know, and I said, well, I want to talk to him. I got a couple of things I'd like to talk to him about. First off, I'd like to hear George Thorogood redo Folsom Prison Blues. You know, make it like a rock and roll slide tune. Wouldn't that be cool? You know how he did like Moving On Over, you know, Moving On Over. Have him redo Folsom Prison Blues or something. You know, it'd be something like this. Like, Prison. money. My name is Tommy Nolen. I'm also known as Tommy Trailer Trash. Played in a couple of bands around. You might have heard of. I played in a group called Back Creek Boys. Then I was in a group called Instinct. Most successful group I was ever in was called Free Beer. You put Free Beer Tonight on a marquee, it fills up the place pretty good. That's Tommy Trailer Trash and Double Wine. I have a trailer, I forget the price. My wife won't stay there, that makes it nice. There's no electric or nothing like that. I keep a bucket in case I go crap. My yellow gremlin does about 85. I lost my license, yup, DUI. Folks say I'm lazy, but I have a good time. Everybody say, hey, he's cool. He's cool. I'm just picking up beer cans and trying to make a few dimes. Life's been good to me so far. Good today, PBR on the way. Life would be a lot better, dude, if it wasn't a PBR that was on the way. You know?
That's very good.
Get a, like a, you know, Corona. Get a Corona or something, dude, not a PBR. Then they always want to put like a slice of lime in a Corona. It's like, that's a damn good beer. They ought to put a slice of lime in a damn PBR or something. How am I doing on time? Back to George Thorogood I was talking about. I did it alone. Yeah, nobody else. I did it alone. Yeah, nobody else. You know when I drink alone, I poop and puke all over myself. True story. Mrs. Brown, the whole band nailed your daughter. Talk about Johnny Cash a while ago. I was doing that song. Any Johnny Cash fans out there? Hi, I'm Johnny Cash. I'd like to talk to you about Preparation H. When I sat down on a burning ring of fire, I thought my whole ass was on fire, and it burns, 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 ring of fire. Johnny Cash for Preparation H. Commercials I'd like to see anyway. You know, a lot of rock bands are getting all old. They're doing commercials like that. Like I'd like to see like Mick Jagger maybe do the chapstick commercials or something. Eric Clapton doing like. If your hair won't grow, you got some money to blow. Rogaine. Look out, Jack. Don't let it run down your crack. Rogaine. started getting old. I was real glad when to start seeing them die from natural causes. Another group's doing pretty well around these neck of the woods. Had a big hit a while back. Maybe you guys recognize this. Ragweed. Oh, some more water, I forgot their name. Out of still water. Got a cross Canadian ragweed, yeah. I'm drawing a blank on that stuff. What's that one they do about smoking dope all the time?
Smoking dope.
What is it?
Smoking dope.
Smoking dope.
Smoking dope.
That's it. Thank you very much, sir. I couldn't remember what it was for some reason.
Because you've been smoking dope.
Write a song like this. Well, them boys from Oklahoma roll their joints all wrong. They're too damn skinny and they're way too long. I ain't a holy roller, so I did a bomb. Boys from Oklahoma roll their joints all wrong. Well, them boys down in Texas got some mighty fine weed. Smuggled across the Rio, it's a Mexican breed. Exploiting cheap labor, hell, that's a Texican's creed. Boys down in Texas got some damn fine weed. Boys up in Colorado, they done struck gold. It's all legal up there now, I heard told. Medicinal, recreational. Boys out in Colorado, done struck gold again. Well, them boys from Oklahoma roll their joints all wrong. They're too damn skinny and they're way too long. I ain't a holy roller, so I did a bomb. Boys from Oklahoma roll their joints all wrong. Like I said, I can't believe some guys from Oklahoma would write a song like that. First off, they obviously haven't been smoking dope with anybody I know from Oklahoma. And you can't roll one wrong. Maybe the guy bite the gum on the wrong side when you get ready to lick it. That's usually alcohol related. Nothing that a good roach clip wouldn't fix it. So I figured I better fix this song up a little bit. But them boys from Oklahoma roll their joints just right. They're big and fat and they're easy to like. And when those joints, those Oklahoma boys roll are gone, the Oklahoma boys are gonna spark up the bomb. Well, that does it for me. Hope you enjoyed it.